Hi everybody, it's Alan here. I just wanted to share something about one of the favorite tools I use to create graphics for websites and so on, which is called Stencil. I've been using it for quite some time now, really love it, but there's always been one little thing that's bugged me about it, that you can't create folders for your different sets of work. So I might have some graphics for one website, some graphics for another website, and they're all just in one space together. So here, if I looked in my save images, we'll just see everything I've ever created in there. And there's, as I say, there's work for different kinds of topics, but they've just brought out a new feature called collections, which essentially is the folders feature that we've all been asking for. So this is absolutely fantastic. I find Stencil to be a really great company in terms of responding to customer feedback, and they keep bringing out new features for the product. It's fantastic. So I've not seen this collections before. It's the first time I'm going to use it. So here's an image I created for a blog post a couple of weeks ago, and this is for a specific site. And here we are. Here's the new collections feature, and it says you have no saved image collection. So I'm going to create a collection, and this is for my site called Darkstar Digital. So I'll create a collection for that. Aha, so that image is now tagged under that particular collection, which is great. Now this next one was from a different website. So I'll create a collection for that one. That's from Scarlet Fire. Great, so I guess I can just go through these, adding them to the appropriate collection. That's another Scarlet Fire one. Now, some of these were for a different collection to do with my day job. So I'll create a separate collection to separate all the day job stuff. Great, and now I'm imagining when I look in saved images, if I want to filter just on those things, so for example collections comes up there now as a drop down list, and I can see the 3 collections I've just made. I can see how many images are in each collection. So for example, if I just want to see my Scarlet Fire ones, I can filter on those. So this is absolutely magic. This is something we've needed for quite some time, and it's really great to see it in action. Similarly with the upload, so this list of files is essentially logos and backgrounds and any images that I've uploaded to be able to import into graphics and so on. And likewise, it's important for me to be able to tag these as well. And I noticed this doesn't use the same list of collections as the saved images, so the uploads, you'd also need to create the same labels if necessary, but it enables you to create a different set of collections for your uploads folders, which again is very useful because you might have more generic labels here like logos and things like that, which may or may not relate to specific projects or sites, but they may just be sort of generic items. So I really recommend Stencil for producing images quickly and easily for websites and social media and so on. It just makes it so easy. Okay, so here's an example to show you why Stencil is so great. Here's an image for a blog post I did a couple of weeks ago that I mentioned earlier. Now let's just say I want to modify this for a new blog post to do with this video about Stencil, say. So it's useful to keep the same text, obviously, to have that consistency across your site. So I may wish to edit the title something like Stencil adds folders. Okay, now this particular image had the WordPress logo on it, so I would remove that. So what kind of background would we want here? There's all sorts of prefix collections within here already, and I quite like the colourful ones, but I also like just searching for the word either background or texture or something like that sometimes, because you get some really nice images pop up. There's a database I should mention behind this of, I think it's well over 1 million images by now. Okay, so there's an image that's kind of okay. We've got the idea of the segmentation going on there, the different types of fruits in different punnets there to represent the folders. Now with this background image, we can lighten it or darken it, make it slightly blurred out if you want. We can put color overlays on it and reposition it and so on within the view there. Likewise with the text, I can make it any color I like, just make it a bit lighter there. I can add a stroke, so we can add an outline color just to give it an edge. And yeah, it's already in the font I want, but you've got a massive choice of fonts there, and you can, just by mousing over them, you can see them change in real time. It's always useful. I'm going to get rid of that outline color. Now, I am going to make that bold because I like that font in bold, and make it a little bit bigger, slide that across. One of the great tools within Stencil is just the ability to snap to the center and things like that. It just does everything really intuitively. So there we are, just by dragging that there, it centers it straight away, no messing. Okay, so I mean there's a simple little banner for a post. What I could also do is add, I think I've got the Stencil logo in here that I've uploaded before, so we can just click that and it will add that in. We can drag that around wherever we want it. Center it there if you want, that might look okay. There we are. So there's a simple little blog post banner there. So we can save that if we want. And of course now I can also add that to my collection for that particular site. But let's just say you wanted to save this image and post it on social media and so on. You might have a Facebook page, YouTube, Pinterest, Instagram, whatever. What you can do very quickly and easily with this is just resize that canvas for these preset sizes. So we've got a Facebook post, Twitter post, Pinterest post and so on, and they're all configured for those platforms. So let's just say we go to Pinterest, because that's the sort of different dimensions. It tends to be the vertical sorts of formats that work well there. You can see how it immediately resizes everything. But of course I'm free to enlarge the logos and, you know, rebalance the image as it were. If I wanted to, I could make that narrower, increase the text size there. And immediately, within seconds, you've got an image that's more suitable for that particular platform. So let's try that again. So that, say, we'll save that for a Pinterest one. Now I'll click resize again. Let's just say we're going to send it out to Twitter. We just hit that size there and very quickly just resize these appropriately. Shrink the text back down. Might widen that out so it goes full screen. And you know, once again, you've got another variation on that consistent image theme, but it's suitable for the particular network you're aiming for. So that could be your Twitter one. There's an Instagram post there, so I'll just go square, obviously. That would be good enough to go as it is. I think maybe you could increase the font a little, but you get the point. It is so quick and easy to create the variations that you need for the different platforms. YouTube thumbnail, LinkedIn posts, and of course you can set your own dimensions as well. So it's absolutely beautiful in that regard. It just makes it so quick and easy to use. Save you loads of time. So get Stencil today if you haven't got it already. Cheers, take care, thanks for watching.